That's the secret to success, is just let it all be broken. See, if I'd have had this running originally, this is my the stream's broken thing. I mean, mic's still on, so they can hear me saying this. It's this kind of inner dialogue that makes people very, very happy, you know. In fact, I could do this for the next 10 minutes, and people would be deliriously cheerful. Wacky music and me just jabbering away. Get on with it. Okay, fine. Right, good. Hello again. Good. Yeah, I'm back. The flipping game's not in the background. Hold on, let's push the button. Push button. Game's in the background. The music is definitely in sync. There it is. Bad Karma there with a rather handsome sized donation. Thank you ever so much. Everything has gone to crap and the inner monologue is brought forth. This is the kernel failure I enjoy watching. Yeah. And the outer inner monologue. You can't hear me? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you totally can hear me. Don't even pretend you can't. Anyway, let's unpause. Right. I'm pretty optimistic that this is going to continue working now. Silly encoder. And typically it's because I upped it to 1080p, and I usually stream at 720 for reliability purposes, and my encoder just had a bit of a wobbler. I am not allowing it to have any further wobblers. It's do or die time now. Anyway, we're rolling. Let's go and have a look. I didn't see how much this made, obviously, because I was focusing on something else. But it has now got a full load to go back out again. And that's jolly positive. We are profitable so far this year, but its running costs are going to be quite a lot higher. So we'll just see how that pans out. But we have now replaced one of the last steam trains. There are still loads of steam trains on the service, but we'll see how we get on. Now then, right, what are you? You're an international by the looks of it. Now, if I could up the tempo on this, that'd be jolly handy. You're bringing in some bricks and some goods. No, your international steel delivery. You don't actually go international, though, do you? You only head from here out to over there. I don't know why I called it international. I'm clearly some kind of clown. Good. Right. There. Now then. What should we do next? Let's have a look at the profitometer. 214 in. Running costs 196, and it's July. This is not an astounding amount of profit, I have to tell you. It's quite a pitiful amount of profit, given that, you know, we're 130 years into the run. It's lousy. But the good news is the Sioux Falls main line is now losing less money. That's good. Sioux Falls Brussels is also losing less money. Vancouver Wellington is still losing the same amount. The Orient Express is still not picking up. El Paso bulk freight also isn't working, and I want to find out why. We've done a lot with passengers. Let's go have a look at freight. Let's go have a look at freight, where all of this journey first began. Right. Okay. So what are we running here? So we're running these old trucks. Well, we can sort that for starters. Now we're not carrying raw materials here, are we? So we can use a splendid Volvo to get this done, and that should theoretically, quite possibly, maybe make this all cheerful. Right. So if we call up the route. Danish Thinker has flung 50 crowns in my direction. Jolly decent of you. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the job. Danish kroner. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. It puts DKK at the front. And crowns, I believe. There we go. So we got some more crowns coming my way. Thanks, Kim, otherwise known as Hayes. Hey yourself. Splendid. Good. Don't distract me. I'm fixing El Paso. Actually, if you're distracting me with money, keep it up. I mean, by all means, That's rather charming and splendid of you. Good. Right. Let's get rid of this flipping thing and put on something a little bit more, little bit more zippy. Now let's have a look at this Russian that we got a little while ago. I don't think it's going to be up to the task. 90 kilometers an hour. That's respectable. That's what, like 55. What does the Peterbilt do? The Peterbilt only does 80. Let's put the Russians in. They're nippy enough. Yeah, let's do it. We're deploying Russians in America. I know all the rules are coming off the wagon now. Now, I don't think it looks like a truck from the late 80s. I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't actually hit the replace now button, so I'm going to change my mind before there's a riot. Yes, thank you, Hayes. More crowns for the crown god. Yes, that was a blood for the blood god thing, but you know, who knows? Oh, we got some Norwegian crowns coming in as well. Did you forget to connect some rail at the junction? Interesting. I don't think I did. I was pretty sure I got it, but I'll go and have a look in just a sec. And we should get some flashing in that case. Anyway, thank you, Björn. That's jolly decent of you. Right. Okay. You should have said off the rails. It would have been hilarious. I'll say off the rails in a moment. Yeah. So far, we've got Denmark. We've got Norway. No Swedes. No. I'll just have to use Swedish trucks. That's what we got. Actually, this might be the place where we run the little shorty boxcar job here. The Volvo 12 box thingamajiggle. Yeah, I know. I also know the conversion rate. Yeah, I'm an internationalist. Everybody knows this. I am routinely a man of many nations, getting my information about many nations wrong simultaneously. And what's going on here? The vicar has thrown in 30 notes. That's ruddy decent of you, vicar, especially since you're a janitor. You're cleaning up the place. And Derek has contributed $20. I'm going to have, loose change from many nations at this rate. That'll be fun. I'll take them all into the back. Oh, there we go. The Swedes have arrived. Hold on. What have we got there now? Swedes have arrived with 50 crowns as well. Trike TV has gone with 79 pence. An intriguingly specific number. I could to get one item from iTunes. Right. Good. We're going to come back to El Paso in a sec. I just want to make sure that I haven't screwed up the wood route. I'm pretty certain I haven't, but we'll check. Swedish crowns are better. Who knows? Right, where am I looking? I'm looking over here. So it should be up here. This was the last junction I rebuilt. I'm pretty sure I got it because I double slipped that, right? Yeah. So that's double slipped. So that should work just fine. And if we look at the routes that are visible, yeah. Green's up and down, green's up and down, green's all good. Plenty of run-up space there. Should be dandy. Right. Back to El Paso, because I think it's the throughput at El Paso that may have been there's like, I'm just leaving money lying around with all that oil, aren't I? And another 20 Swedish crowns coming in. And Simveld has slung in some euros as well. Marvellous. What else am I in the market for? Lira. If anyone's got any lira lying around, that'd be tremendous. Let's have a look. Good. Right. And so here we were. So we've got our box trucks rocking it now. 20 bread, good. Bread vans. Kernel failure, red bread vans. I like it. Although we do use a lot of red vehicles. Let's see if we can't change the colour. Nice. Kind of it's your choice. It's either a very vibrant imperial purple or it's a dirty pink. So, I mean, I'll leave that for you to decide. The Danes are coming back again. And there's There's a pint. That's a cheap pint, Steve. You're evidently from the north. 3.19 is not going to get me a pint down here. But thank you, Steve. Much appreciated it. Honestly, we should get. I should get people to subscribe to Steve's newsletters. They have provided a massive amount of entertainment throughout the entire series. So, thanks for that contribution, Steve. Right now, then, if because these trucks will have a bit of an uptick on the throughput out of El Paso, and obviously once we get that happening, then we should kind of knock the demand forwards onto the train station and start picking stuff back up again. Maybe. But yeah, we're starting to clear through some of the backlog, and that's not a bad place to start. Where is the El Paso service? So here's Sioux Falls, which is rocking a full load. Beautiful. But much of that these days is not actually consumer goods. Look at it. It's all steel and flipping planks so that they can be delivered to be turned into tools. We're not actually delivering much in the way of goods to Sioux Falls itself. So that also needs looking at. Everything needs looking at. There we go. Meanwhile, that's the main line now running just over 50%. Yeah, it's not great. It's not absolutely on the money. But we'll see. Right, let's go find the El Paso train and see how it's doing. Because I do want that service to start making cash again. Right, we're actually this hub's the hub fuel train here is running partially empty. Also, it's running ridiculously long. It might be time to upgrade it. And you know what? It's also got double header written all over it, hasn't it? Because it is running a big boy at the moment, obviously. And then it's running, I don't know. What's the capacity on this? That is going to be 549. Which is an odd capacity to have. But it has that odd capacity. Oh my flipping heck. What's going on here? Zerath Zuka, a half decent bottle of Bulldog gin, 350 Danish crowns. That's jolly lovely. And then Bjarne's back in with some Norsk krona going on there as well. Am I going to have to totalize this? There's a Scandinavian bloodbath happening in the chat, and it's not a pretty sight. But given that I'm the beneficiary, you're all very, very generous. Oh, and Plastic Vic, it wasn't just from you; it's from Swans as well. Thanks, guys. The level of support that you fling at me is ridiculous, and it's very much appreciated. I'll send you something lovely. Possibly, once I've figured out, I've got some merchandise-based loveliness that is occurring shortly, and there will be a way that you can earn yourself a free sticker. Ooh, steady on! Trust me, I've got a plan. It's a good plan, and it's splendid. But there'll be more details on that when it comes up. Your psychic friend Fredbear. Hi. Right, now then, we're back over here. Focus, man, focus. Sioux Falls bulk freight. We're going to replace this. Right, let's kill all of this lot. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was working. We were happy with that. Just step away from the button. I know I deleted the loco, but that's okay. What we're looking for is hubs fuel bulk, which is not that station. You know, stop clicking like a lunatic and start focusing a little bit more. Hubs food. Where did I leave it? It's one where there should be an awful lot of oil. Where are you heading to there, amigo? Are you heading down here? Hubs oil. There we go. Right. Good. I'm focusing again now. There we are. I'm focused. We're going to get rid of all of these. And I might rock a triple-headed... that's $2.12 coming in from Vectrix, who is just emptying his PayPal account. If you've got leftover PayPal balance you want to throw in my direction, I'll deal with it. And Noah has become a member. Thank you, Noah. That's jolly decent of you. Thanks very much. Right, grand. Hubs oil. Now then, it did have 550 or thereabouts in terms of oil capacity. Now the challenge that we're going to have here is actually being able to hoik sufficient wagons to make it not too long. But sorry, I'm ramming my own microphone there. But still able to get it done. Now we know already these the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or North Korea as it's sometimes known, they're very cost effective because the monetization on one of them is broken, so you can cheat and just buy the 100k version. It only does 120, but then if I'm putting SD40s on here, then it really doesn't matter. Right, what else we got here? We've got... These are really good looking. I like the looks of them, but they only carry 15. Versus your modern tank car, which does 18. Do we care that much because these look so much nicer? I don't think we do. Right, okay, let's go 15. So how many of these do I want for 500 and change? Actually, 500 goes at 60. That's... right, well, 10. I don't know if I actually hit 10 there or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did. So that's 150. So if we do 40, that gets us 600. That's a handsome number, isn't it? All right, yeah. So let's put some Sinclair ones on there next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do some of these plain ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need 10 more. Have we got anybody else who carries 15 and does 120s? You go 160. Pacey. But no, we'll start. We'll finish the way we started with these hookers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's it. That's half a kilometre long. Now we're gonna hit our profitability here heavily, because the big boy is an incredibly efficient way to hoik a heck of a lot of cargo around. But I'm okay with that. 1, 2. It's also a little bit quicker than an SD40. Where have you stuck the other one? If you've stuck it down the far end, I'm going to be displeased, aren't you, wretch? Because I'm now going to have to do all of this malarkey, because there's not that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of a button that just says, "I'll stick it right at the front, will you?" And no, I don't want to stick one at the front and one at the end. As much as that is a legitimate kind of formation, I think it looks far cooler having a couple of them up front. And Hayes is now persisting the donation war with another 20 crowns coming in from Denmark. You mad Dane, thank you very much. Right. Meanwhile, don't let me lose concentration, otherwise I'll end up shuffling this thing backwards and forwards constantly, and we'll never actually. No, you see, you're now just repositioning nonsense in the mixer here. Right, come on, we're almost there. Mental notes: next time you do this, and you're going to have a double consist, put the locos in first, you pillock. There it is. Donald Trump has just sent me $1.52. Thanks, Donald. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's nice to see you this evening. And then Hayes again with another of your crown donations there. Right, good, smashing. This is 42 million worth of train here. Worth it. Okay, it's only going to cost me 29 because I'm obviously getting some cash back from the last one. Hopefully I've got enough wagons on that. I'm pretty sure that's a capacity of 600, unless I miscount. It's a capacity of 600. Fixed it. Let's go and have a look. Now then, the big question is going to be just how long is it? Because it has the potential here to cause an unholy amount of damage. Oh, get out of the train. Is that what you're after? Hayes, you've been showering me with crowns for the last 20 minutes. I will quite happily say, get out of the train. Right. 516 on board. Ziraith Zuka has given me some coin for some crushed ice and tonic to go with the aforementioned bottle of gin. I'm sure I can make that work. I'll spend my Swedish kroner on some lemons. Right, there we go. Now then. This is a good length. This is a good length of service, although is there something funky going on with these locos? There is something funky going on with them. What's going on here? Why have they gone a bit patchy at the back? Have I coloured this in weirdly? Let's colour it in weirdly and see if it sorts itself out. Let's try green. Ooh, I didn't realise I could do the wagons as well, but there we are. Oh, his SD40s have done something a little odd. I've not seen that before. Interesting. Let's go for a darker green because that will look a little bit more serious-minded, and everyone will take us more seriously. What's a plun when it's at home? PLN. Is it Polish nectarines? No, I don't. Polish what? Anyway, thanks MSJN. That's jolly decent of you. What are you doing with Polish currency hanging around? Or unless you've just got a button that allows that to happen. SD70s I don't think have been introduced yet. But they won't be far away, that's for sure. We're in 1988. So it shouldn't be too long a wait. Right, meanwhile, this is almost empty. Now, I started doing this because that needed emptying. And for some reason, it's no longer producing, which means I've got a bottleneck kicking around somewhere. It could be that all of that mucking about with the train just now, or the fuel train, has interfered with the supply. I've seen it happen. Most definitely. Meanwhile, down here... So there you go. I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes. I'm going to try and unclog all of these routes that have got a lot of stuff waiting. Where are you off to? That's a steel delivery again. So you're about to make quite a sizable withdrawal from here, aren't you? Let's have a look. Steel delivery, 65. Yeah, okay, I say sizable. It's not that big, I suppose. But there we go. We've got slow delivery of iron ore coming in. This bodes badly. Now, it'll pick up again. Fingers crossed, touch wood, make sign of warding, because as long as I get the throughput going, everything will crank back up again. But if for any reason I've hosed end delivery somewhere, or I'm letting it bulk up somewhere, then I'm going to come unstuck, and we don't want to come unstuck. Oh, hold on, there we go. So at Wolverhampton, we've got a bit waiting here. We've got quite a bit waiting there. I might need to up the train capacity on that one. Let's have a look. What are you currently hoiking? Oh, you're barely doing 200. Oh well, I mean it's no wonder. Right, hold on. Cease. What a great whistle! I'm not letting you into the station because I'm going to up the tempo on you there, my friend. Now then, you've currently got 4 flat... get rid of it. Yeah. Right, good. Now then, it had 157 and 48 as the kind of split capacities going on there, and I think we can do a bit better than that. I do like the loco, though. What is it? What are we running on there? That was an OP22, which I'm pretty sure is electric. Given that I've electrified all of this, yes, it is. The OP22 is here. So, it does 85 kilometers an hour. It's Russian, and I'm replacing it because that's too slow. Let's go for a big Russian. Excellent work there, chum. Although, what's this going? What? Where are you going? What's going on here? Oh, you're bringing iron ore out to me. This is the shunting experiment. How's your money situation? Pretty poor. Okay then. Oh, that's a shame. Right, okay, so we'll get rid of that. Now we've got a Russian on board. Let's up the capacity on this one and see if we can't make it a little bit more, I don't know, fruity. We're carrying goods. We brought goods in, and then we got this 89-foot flat car. Does that carry iron ore? No, it genuinely doesn't. Have I got something that is incredibly impressive looking that I can use to carry iron ore? What about one of these big old gondolas? Yeah, that'll certainly do the job. 13 versus 18. Right, gondola away. And that should 3, 4. Karturix has donated 500 crowns. Gracious me, have beer. Well, I'm glad you didn't say a beer, because 500 crowns will get me quite a lot of beers, even at Danish prices. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. The Dane will win in the end. I think they probably will, you know. Right, anyway, that's 4. How many more do we want? Let's get it up to 10. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which gives it a capacity of 180. That's a good throughput. And then we need kind of standard goods delivery. So we're also got stone there. Stick another 2 on. And then we need standard goods delivery. So I'm going to fling in. I like the flat cars, but it's not really suited for the many potential items of import that we're going to be bringing in. So let's go with some of these wagons, unless there's the C40 has just turned up, and we've got a Canadian variant as well. So those will be fun to play with. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. That should cover it. Replace it now. 36 million down the pan, and off we trot. Hold on, no, you just tell it to unpause first. Given that you stopped it in its tracks. Such a cute whistle, but I'm smashing it. To the scrapyard with you. We have a new train and a new light that is arising here on this particular line, and hopefully this is all about pushing the throughput as far as possible. Gondola only does 120. Yeah, it does, but the big Russian that we've just slapped on there should have the grunt to be able to pull this train quite adequately. We'll see. Matching locos to wagons is just such a pain, because they never seem to match up unless you're using the standard. What's the phrase I'm looking for? All of the vanilla bits and pieces that came with the game. They are the ones that are best matched up. Anyway, here we go. Right, so we can carry up to 216 of loose rocks and gravel, and up to 240 of anything else. That should work out. It's pretty much a 50-50 split between the two, but it's, you know, unless you go with a Naffy's car style cheeky hack to shift stuff around, you get what you get. Anyway, let's have a look. Right. Ulra Rolf, thank you very much for the donation. Just appeared back in my timeline. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Glad you're still alive. I never went to... Where did you go? I've been around. Push more buttons that make magic happen. But lovely to see you, and thank you for flinging coinage at the screen. Right, good. Now then, let's go down to this end, where it is very, very busy indeed. We've got a lot waiting, but we should have decent throughput. International Lumber Processing, for some reason, has gone bananas. We've got 390 on there, we've got 460 waiting, and look at all of these logs up here. Alright, we're going to need to up the tempo on this. I mentioned that this would probably be the case, so let's we'll stick another 37 on the front of that and see if it manages to get itself in business a little bit quicker. Add. You've gone to the back, haven't you? Of course you have. Is there a way you can make it go to the front? Add. No, that one's gone to the back as well. Okay, right. Hold on. What have I just added? I've added some random nonsense to the back there. Well, that's not going to fly. Let's keep pulling this in the correct direction. That was Ultra Rolf, not Ultra Rolf. Although I think Ultra Rolf is a kick-ass name. Right. Let's. I don't know what Ultra Rolf's powers might be, but I wouldn't want to get in his way. Right, keep going. Onwards. Power forward. There we go. Keep it going. This is tiresome, isn't it? And you know what? It would still be quicker for me to just delete all of the wagons, put the trains on, and then just buy the wagons again. Despite the fact I'm not actually buying them, I'm booking a purchase at this point. But I've committed now, and therefore I'm focusing. This is my focused expression. As you can plainly tell. Right, okay, onwards. Keep going. And then, by the time I only bought the wrong one. Oh, knickers. No, that won't do. I know, that's unacceptable. Right, get rid of all of these. Come on, quick. Chop. Chop. And chop. Right, good. Add one of those. Thank you. We might even need to triple it. That would be dramatic. What's the capacity? 390. I think we can go more than that. And it's a log-based transit only. Well, let's see if we've got anything. Oh, hello. Is autosave. And the crowd goes wild. Right. Okay. Come up here and then let's see if we've got a better state car going on here. 19 does 100. Nope. Need faster than that. 120. A little bit faster would be good. Flat car? No. Logs fall off the side. We're going to cross the streams again. All right then. Well, this versus the 60. The Naffies can handle everything. This chap here, this 60, is better. 120 versus 16. Oh no, we'll stick with this. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Replace now. 8 and a bit million to get that done. You can then go, kill that, shoot this, and then throw something into the lake, just for good measure. Right, now then, there is a very real chance here, friends, that this will now overshoot. There is a path. You're just not trying hard enough. You've got 390 logs on board. No, you don't need to go to Barcelona. Don't go to Barcelona. You're just going to take the logs back to where you came from. Oh, you're flipping stupid, ruddy, typical craziness. Ha. Oh well, never mind. All right. Well, we'll just have to wait for that one to get back into business. But as you can see, look, we're draining out the throughput of goods going on here is pretty special, and that's great. Kick yes has flung a pair of Dutch kroner at me, masquerading as euros. Thank you very much. Most generous. The Dutch have entered the Scandinavian bloodbath, evidently. Right. Despite the fact that the Netherlands isn't, strictly speaking, Scandinavian. Anyway, who knows? All right, what have we got going on here? So this is Wolverhampton Goods Bulk, 150 of those, 90 of those. That's all good. What's your money? Adequate. International Steel Delivery is one of the bigger earners. This one train made 15 million last year. Excellent. On the subject of which, 68 in currently, 56 out, and we're in February. That's more like it. Things are picking back up again, which means I can go spend it all. Sioux Falls Brussels now is the worst earner. The main line still hasn't picked up passengers, and that's hold on, it's still loading one, but it's not going to get much over 50%. I don't know if you can make it out or not, but 322 of 560, it's not amazing. El Paso still doing, actually, El Paso's now doing almost nothing. That's a problem. Slump Dog. Since it's a season finale, could you bulldoze shut up at the end? Oh, I'd love it if I could, but I'd have to shut the line down. That's the problem, because shut up is an AI. It's part of the map. But I can certainly go and be abusive towards it. We can make that happen. That's not a problem at all. I'd sign me up. Yeah, put that on the to-do list. Right, we're going to have a look at what's going on with El Paso. We're also going to have a look and see if the new oil train is actually interfering with everything to the degree that I felt it might do. And then we're going to, ask El Paso why it's not living up to expectation. Potentially, it may involve the deployment of a new train. Right, where do you pick up from? Not that one. Where this one? Alps bulk freight. Okay, well that's not awful. There's certainly a fair amount of fuel. There's a reasonable amount of food, but it's just not enough to keep that train really hammering it along. Meanwhile, this is Hub's fuel, which means I replaced the wrong train. Okay. I replaced the oil train. I didn't replace the fuel train, which is the one that I meant to. Idiot. Pix, thank you for some more Dutch crowns. Again, masquerading as euros. Much appreciated. And keep up your sterling work there in your janitor's uniform. Right. So, yeah, okay, yeah, I replaced this one, which I hadn't intended to do. But now that I have, I guess we need to roll with it, which means upgrading the fuel shipper here to make the most out of it. Now then, what we'll do is I'm going to dump everything. We're going to dump the lot. It's currently got a capacity of, also got a capacity of about 600. We'll use a slightly different configuration to make this work, but I think we'll run something else on this one. Let's go with, and I've already got a notion, I've got an idea, and that idea is, where are you? Hello, Beefcake. Right, we'll try the C40. Or the Dash 8, as it's occasionally referred to, and we'll slap a couple of those on the front, because that's what people like to see, and then we're going to go for at least 600's worth of fuel. This will be dramatic, potentially even more than that. There we go, this will do it. Now the trains have got a 1 and in the teens, so this is a perfect match up here. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 180. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 360. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 540. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 630. This is now 600 meters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Get it done, man. That's 720 capacity on that. That is. I think this is the longest practical train I've ever done. I've done impractical long trains before, just for, hey, the fun. So we got 40 wagons on that. Rag. And look at this. One big boy is pulling this along at 90 kilometers an hour. The big boy's power ratio is just insane. And its cost, even now, it makes it worth having. Which is a bit of a shame, really. Because, you want to run something that is going to be incredibly effective, but at the same time you want to run something of the correct era. If I had any sense, big boy all the way, because it is a profit beast. So there we go. We saw this get up to around 95, relatively straightforward, and we'll see if the Dash 8 is able to outpace it. Now the Dash 8 doesn't actually go that much faster, but we'll see. And again, we're going to have a quick look and see exactly how much the overshoot is. So you'll notice the locos aren't on the front at present. It will spin round, and then it's going to spawn some more wagons out of here as well, to kind of represent the new stuff. So here we go. See, spawning in. We might need to zoom out a bit to get a sense of just how long this thing is. One thing's for certain though, it is going to block the heck out of that junction coming into the hub. It's just a question of how much it's going to block absolutely everything. It does, and interestingly enough, I'm thinking of putting together a quick tutorial about how to make your own logos. But plain text, it just works really well. You know, I've got it on because these are all stock, so these are all vanilla wagons. But yeah, just plain text and a picture or something, it looks the business. Right, okay, what are you? You look like Sioux Falls. You are Sioux Falls, and look at this load that it's got on there. Absolutely tons of stuff. Made 2 million last year, but is inconsistent in the money it's making. That's interesting. Given that it carries in both directions, that's almost unforgivable. Right, we're going to ride on board this Dash 8 going into the goods hub. Simply because we've got to see what happens here. So keep your eye on the speedo. Remember, the big boy got up to 95. Now, I don't think we're going to hit that because we don't have the run-up, but also because the big boy's just a big, cheaty, flipping cheat. It's too easy. That's what it is. It's overpowered. It's OP. That's what it is. Yeah, you. Yeah, you coming at me in the opposite direction. You're OP. You're like the Naffy's car, the equivalent of a goods train. On which subject I note you're pulling Naffy's cars and you're on your way to El Paso. And you're only half full. Maybe if I make the train half full, or half the size, so it goes a little bit quicker, but it goes a little bit more frequently, maybe that'll turn it around a little bit. Or at least it'll turn the profit around if I can make that work. Which obviously I can. You know, this is what I do here. Right, okay, meanwhile the fuel train is now rocketing along at 40 kilometers an hour. Really? Why was I ever using that enormous steam train? This is clearly so much superior. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Down Wick to Kids. Yes, I surely am. 44 kilometers an hour. Well, I think I may have just killed my most profitable service. The only thing I could really do with it from here would be to stick a big boy back on it again. And that's not something I necessarily want to do. You know, I'm trying to be all modern and so forth. Up to 52 now. It's not quick though, is it? That's rhetorical. It definitely isn't quick. No, it's just the opposite of that. Right, so this is going to top out at just a shade over 60 if it gets the chance. I don't know if it will or not, but it's still accelerating going through that points interchange there. It's certainly not doing 90 though, is it? But we'll ride it all the way into the platform. Brace yourselves, as it comes a bump. Okay, that was a gentle bump maybe. Trim the last 10 cars off. I certainly could do, but actually we need the capacity at this point. Triple header big boy. We did that in the last series picks. That was the last series final stream demand. Actually, we've hit 70 now, and we did have to wait at the junction. So who knows? Maybe this will pay off after all. It just needs the space to accelerate into. And let's face it, I mean, no goods train of this length is ever going to accelerate at a blistering speed because it's just hauling so much stuff. But as you can see on the right, we are going past barrel after barrel after barrel of oil. And that's an understatement. We're going past a lot of barrels of oil, is what I'm saying. I mean, a lot there. Right, let's have a look at the actual set. So 720 is our capacity. We made 1.9 million for that particular drop off, but we're going to be profit down this year. Where are we? So last year we made 11 million profit, but that's off fairly limited running costs. The running costs are going to spiral upwards. So unless we can hoik this stuff around a lot quicker, then we're going to lose a little bit of money. Now, I mean, it will still be profitable simply because of the amount of stuff it is hoiking around. And there is the possibility that given that it runs a little bit quicker, or does it? I'm going to say it does, just for the sake of argument. Given that it runs a little bit quicker, there is the possibility that we get more per barrel as well. But there we go, full load, 720. Let's go and watch this interfering with just about every other service we've got. There we go. Who the heck painted that blue? In fact, that's not painted blue, that's untextured. That doesn't look right, does it? Let's try painting it turquoise. Alright, there's something weird going on with my my SD40, which is actually a standard model. Interesting. We haven't said hello to the autosave in a little while either. Yeah, look, here's two more. Texture's broken. Alright. That's wrong. That shouldn't be. I've not interfered with the texture for that either, and I clocked it earlier on as well. So there's clearly something going on there. I shall apply the save button, and I really don't want to reload the game though. We'll just go for a slightly weird looking SD40, I think, because the reason I don't want to reload the game is because the game takes the better part of 15 minutes to load, which is, you know, it's what comes from having quite so many mods plumbed in, as I'm sure you're all aware already. Right, okay, this year so far, 180 in and 171 out. Be still, my beating bank balance. We're not exactly rocking it, are we? Sioux Falls, Brussels is still bottom of the tree. The main line is still underperforming. Vancouver, Wellington is still not good. Orient Express is still not good. So no change so far. Brussels Falk Break, Freight Bulk, this is how your funky truck stop catches you out, is carrying nothing and hasn't done in a while. What exactly is going on there? You're waiting for a free route. Don't tell me you've been waiting. No, you've clearly been moving. You're just not carrying very much. All right, what's going on with you? I've looked at other things that I haven't been able to fix. So, what's your? Oh, hello. Yeah, that's quite long, and you're blocking every junction in the world. That's jolly helpful of you. You're also powered by Steam. And that's only a class 9000. That's not even a big boy. So that's slightly ludicrous. You need to get it moved onto an SSD. It will only take about 2 minutes then. True. Yes, Ebba, I definitely agree with you. Profits are just a number. As long as the number is the right amount to keep you expanding, then it really doesn't matter what that number is. Now then, where are you heading to? Because, okay, you're heading down there. I was about to suggest that there was no need for you to be blocking quite so much of this infrastructure, and yet, evidently, it is. The question is anybody else using this first platform? No, nobody is using this first platform. Just you. All right, okay. Because that's... no, hold on, that's not going to work. No, I had a moment there where I thought I might be able to fix that quite easily with just one signal. I can't, it won't work, it's just going to make it all worse. Big Boy's getting its revenge. Do I need an SDD? No, I've got them. The SSD, not an SDD. Don't know what an SDD is, but I don't need one of those either. No, it's all good. I've got two of them, and to be honest, Slim's absolutely right. Evening, Slim, by the way. I really should be sticking my save on the SSD rather than on a standard drive, which is what I've got at the moment. And it's only because of the sheer number of mods that it tries to load up. That's the tricky. These junctions hurt my soul. I'll tell you for nothing. When I first built them, they worked brilliantly. Absolutely. They might be unconventional in design, but they did work. But now they don't work because the trains are about 4 times the length of what they were when I first introduced them, and now they're all just blocking each other all over the show. So I'm hoping to get away from that in the new series. But if you came here looking for spoilers as to what's happening in the new series, that's as close as you're getting. Right, I still like this. I still like the Vancouver train, you know. It's jolly nice. And it does make money, which makes it jolly nicer still. Right, okay, now then. What's going on? Let's put something new on the main line and see if an extra turn speed. I think it's got an Alco on there at the moment. But if we can find out whether an extra turn of speed will perhaps reinvigorate it. 26 passengers. There we go. Right, old school Alco scruffy wagons. Let's upgrade it and see if we can't make it work. Now then, we can obviously only upgrade using American stuff, but you know that's fine. It's not like we're limited on choice there. What have we got? We've got all this mad international stuff. I could stick the Metro liner on there. And that would solve it pretty much immediately, but I'd have to electrify. Forget I said anything about the Electroliner. What are you... Oh, because you're a double header. Of course you are. Maybe this is what I should be using. Maybe this is my goods train of choice. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Get back on topic, man. Right, what have we got? Something that is just quick, fundamentally. So the Alco is actually pretty quick itself, as you all know, but I'm going to do a refresher anyway, as you all know, because that's what I do. 188, you see, it's pretty swift. You got a power booster on there, and it's not a slouch. So what I need is something faster. And there isn't an awful lot to choose from. The Alco is so flaming ubiquitous. Dutch diesel time. I've used enough Dutch diesels. We want electrification. We don't want electrification. No, we're sorted here. It's all good. I've flustered myself, and now I'm looking at freight wagons. 165. No, something faster than 188. Ideally diesel, and none of these is going to do the job. I know this because I'm intimately familiar with all of them. I think there's like a German one that is faster, and obviously the Intercity 125 is faster. But there's 2 good reasons not to use that. The first good reason being that we're trying to stick to using US services only in the US, and secondly, it loses money hand over fist. Half the train length and double the frequency. No, I've already got a TGV. You've seen it. James, you've seen a TGV already. Dan, you don't get to call what we're having in America. You're all over the show, man. No, this particular part of the track will forever remain unelectrified for as long as I can hold out. And frankly, at this stage, I've got about 45 minutes to hold out, and I'll have made it through the entire series holding out in that way. Yeah, okay. Well, the suggestion on the table is that we run a whole lot more of them. Electric Amtraks, I'm running them as well. They're being run somewhere. How am I doing? I'm doing amazingly. But people are trying to force me to electrify this piece of track, and it's not going to happen. I'm going to remain strong and bold. We could put the Zephyr on there. That's quick enough, but it's ancient. All right. Well, you haven't got a solution then, have you? Because the only solution that you could possibly have is to either go Metroliner, which is electric, or you put the AEM7 on there, which is, surprise, surprise, it's electric as well. Right, yeah. And the AEM7 is actually very good value for money, given that its top speed is better and its running costs are only a fraction above these E60 CPs that are significantly slower. You can keep poking it around, or you can electrify and get over it. Or you could just put another train on the line. Or, other solutions, why would someone not use the main line? It's not like demand's going to have dried up. So where else are they choosing to go? How else are they choosing to get to Sioux Falls? Is there another way they can get to Sioux Falls? You've got the Great American and the Alternate American that are interfering, and they are also running... pull it back up. Yeah, well, no, what are you running? That's a... what's that? That's the NOHAB. And if that's faster, that would be the reason. Actually, this looks like a terrific shot we've got going on here. Kill all of this lot off. Forget that. We've got a drag race. And it is a dead heat. Oh, this is brilliant. So the Russian commuter is obviously... well, it's obviously stopping at a station now. But there was even acceleration going on there. It's not stopping at a station. But he did take his foot off the gas. Can't beat having a line with a lot of traffic on it. Frankly. Right, okay, now, none of this has fixed the main line. I could put another train on it. That's not going to do the job. The only thing that would is Metroliner, and that requires electricity, which I'm not going to do. So, I guess the other option here is to increase the number of commuters that are heading to the station itself. Yeah, oh, I know, radical thinking. Now, the station itself has actually got pretty flipping good coverage. I mean, look at that. There is barely an area of Detroit that is not covered by the station already. But we could do a relatively simple bus route, given that it doesn't have one at all. All right, okay, let's do that. I haven't built a bus route today. I'm going to build a bus route. I'm not going to build trams, because otherwise that leads to madness in terms of tram track laying. We'll say line. And then we'll put one out here, because, yeah, I am going both sides. And then we'll stick one out just about... don't like that much. But we'll do it anyway. We'll do that. And then, just to make it make sense, we're going to deviate from the road laying for a moment in order to sling in one like that and then one like this. A little bit like that. And rather a lot like this. There you go. Because that might bring this bus stop into line with these chaps here, who for some reason have opted to move in. I am entirely wrong, however, and that hasn't worked in the slightest. Well, that's their lookout. Good. Then we'll bang another one in. Yeah, okay, if we go stick one in there. There we go. 1 and 2. And then we'll come up here. And then I hope I've got a crossing over here. I have got a crossing over here. Ah, beautiful. We'll stick one more in just about there. We'll cross back over and we'll stop out here. And that should provide maximum coverage. We'll run one route. So I'll run a standard figure eight kind of a approach to this, despite the fact actually that's not going to work unless you've got a proper bus turning around depot. Otherwise, you end up turning around in the middle of the road. And I don't believe in such things. So we'll replace this one. Whoop, gently. Replace this one here. Come on, kill. And that, yes. And then fling this around the corner onto there. Everybody's happy. Good. Right. Don't need to make another route. You already made one. Do this, do that. Right, we're all in. And then that one. Yep. And that one. And this one. And that one. Now, there's a goodly amount of space in between each of these stops, which is beneficial, possibly. We could come out up here and hit that lot. I think South Street is the wrong place for this stop. Anyway, it is the stop we have chosen. Then we'll go there, and then we'll do here, and then we'll do that one, and then we'll do some of this, and then we'll do a spot of that, and a bit of this, and back over the bridge to Forest Street. Okay, cool. Slump Dog, thank you very much for the contribution. Make the main line a classic and put a big boy pulling passengers. Crazy. It's not a terrible idea. Don't know. All right, leave that one with me. I will consider it. Right, let's check this route makes any kind of a... No, you missed 4th Street on the way back. 4th Street comes after Valley Street. Valley Street, and one more 4th Street. There we go. Cool, right. So, this is actually Detroit's first commuter service. Bizarre. Commuter. With a random capital O in the middle. Perfect. There you go. Detroit commuter. Magical. Now then, where's my nearest truck sales yard? My nearest van concession. Here we go. Now then, we want to be able to ship passengers. It's not freight. Get freight out of your head for a minute. We've got the Burkhoff-Duvedek Connexion. 90 kilometers an hour, 25 passengers. Beautiful. Or we got this one, which is exactly the same in many ways. Or we got a Chevy. Chevy's nice and quick. It's quite compact, which is also quite useful. I'm a sucker for the fishbowl, obviously, because it's classic. But we're going to go for something modern and German. Bendy buses. Right, we're going to go for 6. Yes. There you go. Get to work, you lot. Detroit commuter. Unable to find path to stop. I find that hard to believe. You're coming from here. Which stop is giving you trouble? From Washington Street. No, is Washington Street part of the problem? No, it's not. So from Washington Street to Detroit Commerce, which is a truck stop. Okay. No, you see, you've got confused there. Now, normally, you would, you'd do... Oh, you've broke... This is all broken. Yeah, you've confused yourself. So we go from Washington Street, goes to Forest Street. I screwed up the turnaround here. So from Forest Street, then goes back to Washington Street, and then to South. And there we go. I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Have we got it? We have, in fact, got it. Right. Okay. Just a minor problem there. And that will pull more people into the station, which will inevitably add a few more to the passenger run. Slump Dog, welcome back again with another contribution. Union Pacific is rebuilding a big boy in real life to pull passengers on a scenic route through the Rocky Mountains, but with passengers this time. Oh, that sounds brilliant. Yeah, I'd ride that. That'd be terrific. I saw a brilliant video not so long ago, actually, of a big boy running alongside the highway, and a car or a truck is matching its speed exactly, and you've got some useful individual who's filming it out the window. If you go search for it, you'll possibly be able to find it, but But yeah, we'll see. Phil saying that it's about 100 years too late, but that's a great bus route. Yeah, I reckon so too. Yeah, Derek, hello. So glad to tune into you soon. Thanks for the entertainment. Oh, it's just nonsense. Yeah, the streams tend to be very similar to the videos, but with more nonsense over here that's going on with you chaps in the chat, and that makes it a lot of fun. For me, anyway. You know, if you're sitting around and not having a lot of fun, question your own existence, my friend. Right, now then, next stop on the main line, because I'm going to follow the main line all the way up and do that, or rather make sure that I'm running decent internal commuter routes at each one, because that will inevitably help the main line out, even if it only... Look, we've got 140 on board this one. It can't be going completely wrong. I want to get the main line back into profit before I wrap things up in the next 20 minutes. Is that so much to ask for? Don't answer that question. How are you do? This train has made profit this year. Now, if they're all bunched up, then the others won't. But you never know. Okay, so next on this tour, so we've got El Paso West, which we should have looked at already. So here's El Paso West, and we've not got much commuter action happening over this side. And this is actually running the Chevy already, or is it running an old school Chevy? No, it's not. It's running the latest, and that's doing okay. That's all right. Have we got masses of passengers waiting to be picked up? I mean, there is a little bit of chicken and egg going on as far as passengers using commuter routes, because the more you sling in there, the more that they're actually going to put it together. Look, it makes sense in my head. Whatever you've got going on in your head, I can't be held responsible for. Right, now, there is a lot of passengers waiting here in Vancouver. Now, lots of people use Vancouver. Are we still running horses and carts, do we think? No, we're not. What we're running is incredibly ancient fish bowls. And they're not quite making a profit, but that's probably because most of their running costs are associated with, rebuilding the floor occasionally. Right, Vancouver commuter and replacement. And let's just give it something modern. We'll put the alternate... No, let's put the green, the Birkhoff Duvedek Connexion. We shall deploy up here in Vancouver. Replace it. 2.7 million. How many of these am I running? Crumbs. 6. Okay, well, all right, that's not horrendous. But they are 38 years old. So one would hope that these new ones... are a little bit more spicy. The fact that it's also running on dirt road is also not exactly desirable. I'll be honest. I mean, this it's gonna get into your engine. Your air filter's going to need replacing all the flipping time. Every car's going to be covered in dust and muck and God knows what else. So yeah, I could upgrade the roads here. I could upgrade them, it's true. I could do that. I could upgrade some of them, because that way we won't be here forever. Alright, I'm feeling magnanimous. Right, what do we got here? I mean, is it all dirt road? It is all dirt roads. Remarkable. Well, let's see how many we can upgrade to be big, fat, speedy in-town roads. The 6-lane I don't think we'll get away with, but we'll certainly get some 70s in here. Yeah, look at that. Feel the speed. Taste it. Taste the modern era. Yes, road. Oh, no, well, that was 6 buildings bulldozed. And there goes another 7. And there goes another 5. This is counterproductive. Stop doing that. And why won't this upgrade? Thank you. Right. let's leave that alone now and drop it back down to the medium-sized stuff and stop being crazy. Although that said, this is 4, and we could. It's an automobile road, but it still wants to bulldoze everything. What I want is I want really fast bits of exciting road, is what I'm after here. No, these are all skinny. Give me this stuff that does 50. Right, there we go. Let's up the tempo. Let's push the attitude. Let's grab the tail of the wizard and ride it to victory. Okay, good. And then out here, let's put some in here as well. I don't know if this is going to make a massive amount of difference, I'll be honest. But there's going to have people going, oh, fancy, look at that. Oh, when I was a child, we were happy with sand. Not entirely sure where they're from. And this, yes, grand, excellent. This way, come on, up tempo. If I pulled up the route here, I could possibly save some time, because I just want to follow the route round and keep it nice and swift. Smith, and then where are you going after that? You might go this way. You might not. No, you've gone round there. Oh, it's hiding under the red. Cheeky, and then it comes back out again afterwards. All right, that looks good. Where next? This will do. I'm not going to do that much more. I might end up doing a bit more. I don't want to do the whole of Vancouver, because there are more interesting things you can be doing with yourself than just laying roads. Or worse still, spending 45 minutes laying tram track. I think that was clearly the high point of the series. Either that or the 45 minutes spent building a ruddy bridge. Right, okay, I've got that going. There's a little bit of modernisation happening now in Vancouver, you know. It's coming along. And the AI is never going to build in there. So since I'm in the area, I'm just going to tree gun it. And then we'll move on to the next objective. Let's give them a lovely forest, because that will surely bring in some high-powered quality residential personages. Right, loving the hospital series, says Kim. Well, unfortunately, there's only one episode left of that, and then I'm all out until they let me play with it again. And that's possibly fortunate, because I did really want to start again. Because I've made a right pig's ear of what I've done so far. There we go, treat it up. See, look. You've got your very own lovely forest there, citizens of Vancouver. Enjoy it, ride it well. Right, two-part... Oh, I see we've diversified our conversation a little bit. Merge the Vancouver to Wolverhampton route with the main line. This is an interesting one. Right, so that's the Vancouver Wolves Mountain Delight, which is actually a profitable route. But I like the idea. Oh, it's running this ruddy Great Dutch number. There we go. You turn up and it disappears into a tunnel. But I could easily do that, though, because it only stops at 3 stations, right? So it goes... Yeah. Oh, right. Extend the main line is what you're telling me here. I could certainly do that. And then stick a big boy pulling the trains. Well, all right, we're coming up on the end of the series, and I think I might do that, you know. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm doing it. It's happening. Sioux Falls main line. And we'll put some proper ostentatious wagons on the back of it. Let's get rid of that, and then let's get rid of this, so that we can have it all going one way. Vancouver, you're going to want platform. I don't know, who's using what at the moment? Speak with me here. We want this one, so we want platform. Is that 4? I think it is. Which is... no, you can't have 4. You can have 3. Yep, 3 is good. All right, platform 3. And then from there we're going out to Rill. Yes, this is happening. I like it. This is a crazy plan, and we'll run a few of them as well. And then Rill, and then out to Wolves. All right, and then back to Rill. And then back to Vancouver. You can choose your own platform. You've chosen poorly. I'm not going to lie. You have chosen you've made a poor choice there, because you're going to be blocked by your siblings. But I don't think there's an awful lot of choice, is there? No. Okay. Well, that could be worse. And then from Vancouver, we'll go back to Detroit, which is going to be the next one. I mean, that's a great run down there, though, isn't it? Detroit Grand Central. Yep. And then onwards, ever onwards, hitting up El Paso West, and you're back to Sioux Falls. Right. Now then, in order to make this work, we need to kill the Vancouver Wolves Mountain Delight. So let's, we're not going to make any, there's nothing huge. Hold on. The double-decker. Interesting. We could pull the double-decker with, it's going to be wacky because it's ultra-modern. We could have the big boy pulling the double-decker. Hold on. New stuff. All right, that's quite a lot of 40-ton trucks. Oh, I wonder if they're Volvos by any chance. In fact, it's all the 40-ton trucks you could ever possibly imagine, and then some, and it's still going. Pick a brand, any brand. I've got a 40-ton truck that goes with it. It's a brilliant selection, that. Right, okay, so here we go. The Vancouver Wolves Mountain Delight is under V for Vancouver. There you are. Pity, made 3.5 million last year. Well done. Got to go and get sold. Can't find a path to the depot. Which way are you going? Where are you at the moment? You are in, I can't really tell. I've got chuffing menus all over the show. Hold on. This one's gone to the Detroit train depot, which is something I didn't realise existed. And this one's gone to Freight Interchange. Oh, that's the new one. That's the new depot. Yeah, Big Boy's going to pull passengers. You could pull the Orient Express coaches. Ooh, you're right. They would work really nicely. Yeah, okay, that's now taken option number 1. Right, can you get sold now? Apparently it can. All right, we'll leave that running. Oh, I should have cancelled the route while I was there. Sorry. And Vancouver Wolves Mountain Delight. Kill it. Right then. Now then, with the main line, here we go. Feels a bit odd using a big boy. I'm not going to tell you. Using a big boy to pull passengers, a bit strange. But given that apparently is a real thing that may be potentially happening, I'm over it. Also, I know I've gone past it. I just wanted to see what was at the bottom of the list. Right. Union Pacific Big Boy, 113. Okay, now you can carry a heck of a lot of passengers. How many have we got on here? We've got 4. I might buy another 3, I think. Right, passengers. And you said the Orient Express wagons. Where are they in my list? Here we go. They do 100, so this is pretty suitable. I like it. We'll start with, what would you have nearest the loco? The voiture service. Service car for baggage and supplies, extra beers, cigar and wine. The express bar car. Okay, we'll have 2 of those. I need a lot of bar. Then we'll have the voiture service. We'll have a dining car, or 3. This is not going to give me a massive amount of capacity using a heck of a lot of carriages. We'll have 3 salon cars and then 2 sleepers at the back. I think that's given me a capacity of about 45 passengers. This is going to be odd. Right, it's 300 metres long at the moment. Let's give it some more bar car action. I haven't got it's not. We're not hiding a good capacity kind of passenger wagon here somewhere, are we? No, we're not. Right, bang another couple of those in. There we go. It's half a kilometre long. Replace it now. You're longer than all the stations. It's likely to break everything, but it's also likely to look quite glorious. We're obviously going to need to paint the big boy purple to match the kind of the livery of the Orient Express. Let's go see the maiden voyage. Now I know a purple big boy is high drama, is what it is. But I'll tell you something else. It really fits those Orient Express carriages very nicely. Although this is an incredibly long train. Alright, anyone wants to take a guess at the capacity on this train? Anyone at all? I'll give you a minute or two to have you know, come up with a quick have a ponder. But look at that. God, this awe-inspiring madness is what this is. You think 50, 56, 65, 80? I think Mr. Pumpkin's being a little bit optimistic. Dan's gone for 42. I think it's closer to 42 than it is 80. That said, eight passengers on board. I've got at least 5. I'll show you an overhead view here so you can see how many coaches you've got on board. Oh no, actually, I think 80 is. It might be underselling it. We might be as high. Okay, so yeah, Dario said 119. Stein has gone for something similar. Tricky. Kenneth, thank you for the donation. You've watched the first and this series back to back for a couple of weeks. That's a lot of kernel failure in your life, man. Take a break. Take it easy. There is such a thing as too much of a wonky YouTuber. Right. The answer is 119. Some of you were counting. Amazing. Brilliant. Well done. Shut Up apparently is at it again. It is. You're not wrong. Right. I'm going to leave the main line running for a minute. Here we are back at Shut Up. Shut up. Line usage, no. And it's because it hasn't picked anything up for a while. And it hasn't picked anything up for a while because the other log service that we use is interfering. However, if we were just, you know, hypothetical... And in fact, it's because it hadn't had a delivery for a while. Right, let's change out this freight. Give me an Onion Jack special here. There we go. What about that one? No, what about this one? Oh, that's nice. But what about that one? Oh, that's nice too. No, Articulate or Death. Replace for this one. There we go. I did press replace now, didn't I? Replace now. Yes. Vehicles. Activate. Oh, there we go. We got one. Right. Go and have a look. Yeah, look at that. Brilliant. It's worth it. I mean, it might be all Volvo all day, but it's still well worth watching. Those trucks remind me of the Colonel's escapades in Spin Tyres. Yeah, Spin Tyres, great fun. I've just got Spin Tyres 2 has been announced, you know. I'm going to drag Steggs out of whatever the heck it is that he's not doing at the moment, and we'll do that again. Right, that's going to wrap it up, gang. I'm about done for today. I'm loosely formatted as it is. This series has been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of satisfying stuff done in this one, and I'm still running another steam engine. I don't believe it. Vancouver Wellington is a flipping steamer. Well, how quickly one forgets. We'll have a quick look at at some numbers, see if anything has turned around. I think it's a little too soon. You say that. Sioux Falls main line. So it's a bit early to tell whether it's turned the corner or not, but it's certainly got the passengers on board now. That's nice. Should they be bringing planks back as well? Possibly, but no, who knows? Will the next series be DLC? I couldn't tell you. Big boy cab ride. Yep. Okay, I can make that happen. Let's find one at Wolverhampton if we're lucky. Let's go and sit on there. Dink. Where are you? Nope. We haven't got one coming in at the current time. Let's check the mountain pass here. There we go. We're going through the good bit. And on you go. Right, yeah, there we go. So, next take a look at World Cities 2. I've already chosen the map. And the map maker knows that I have chosen the map. It will be starting next week. The new series, probably the tail end of next week, because I need to organise a couple of bits and pieces. But yeah, you won't. Your wait for more of this nonsense is not going to be a particularly lengthy one. But yeah, I don't. So the big stuff that I've picked up in this series actually is more multi-tracking. Frankly, I don't know why I've not done it before. I've done 300 episodes of this now, and I don't know, it's a lot. And some of you have watched quite a few of those, and then it really starts to feel like a lot. I haven't done 300 episodes. What are you talking about? I've done 200 and some odd. Yeah. Anyway, I've done a lot, and it undoubtedly will feel like a lot. And there's more to come. I'm not done with it yet. No, I think I have done 300. Does it really matter? No? Then shut up about it. Yeah, and it's more multi-tracking. So the next series, I've got a bold plan for the series. It's not going to run as long as this one. My objective from here on in is to run shorter series, because that way they can develop a little bit quicker. We can explore some ideas together, and then we can move on and explore another idea. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Planes will be back. Ships will be back. And obviously the trains will be back. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Thanks to those who've donated this evening. You all got a little bit carried away, and that's jolly decent of you. If you want to get extra bonus stuff, I'm in sales mode. If you want to get extra bonus stuff, do feel free to join Bad Company, which is a clubhouse for me and my merry band of merry people who want a bit more madness. I do a vlog every month. There's going to be an exclusive series coming to Bad Company in the next couple of weeks. More announcements about that, because I've just passed 4 years on the channel, and I need to do a kind of channel update kind of a thing, where I'll go into that. But if you come along and join Bad Company, there's a lot of fun stuff goes on in there. There's an awful lot of people talking about trains a lot. And I'm in there too, if that carries any weight at all. Yeah, lots of good fun stuff. Get yourself a t-shirt. I've got some new t-shirts coming soon. That'll be nice. Anything else? What else am I selling at the moment? No, I'm not. I'm really not. If you're not subscribed and you've been watching this, flipping subscribe already. If you want to become a member already. You get a nice little icon next to your name in the chat. Right. I'm going to leave this running for a couple of minutes, and then I'll come back up and say cheerio. But I'll let you ride the rest of this route before I switch it off. Seems like a decent thing to do, doesn't it? Right. Don't disappear just yet, unless you feel like it, of course. and the microphone was unmuted. Although actually I'm going to get feedback on myself if I'm not careful. Stop doing that. There you go. Ah, marvellous. And coming into real. Marvellous. Good, 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 good. That's the other thing that I want to do more of, is have more platforms at every station, where quite a few of them are termini. Hold on, shall I reappear? Let's do that. There we are, I've reappeared. Good, right, well, thank you very much for tuning in today. I've been Colonel Failure. You have been a charming delight, as always, and it's running full. Let's look at the finances. It's hard to say for sure. I'm not feeling it. I think the running costs on the big boy is not being offset by 119 passengers. But that it's carrying 119 passengers is a very nice place to start. Yeah, let's focus on Rill, the most neglected of any station that we've ever done. For those of you who didn't catch the whole stream, who want to see the whole thing, it will be up on the channel when we're done. I should look at you, shouldn't I? Yeah, you'll be able to watch the whole thing, warts and all. I don't know what will happen when the sound desynchronized. Don't know. There might be a stream in 2 parts. Anything could happen. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. And that's a closing shot. Couldn't engineer a better one than that. Brilliant. Now then, where's the button that I press to say that I've finished? Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Not just this, but the whole series. It's a genuine pleasure to make a mess of things while you're watching. I really get a kick out of it, and hopefully it keeps you suitably face palming and occasionally chuckling, because that's what it's all about. Remember, keep chuckling. Colonel Failure's golden rule. Cheerio!